seit mehreren Jahren am Start. Super, Recording ist auch auf jeden Fall am Start. Ja, das heißt, sie hat hier auf jeden Fall schon extrem viele Erfahrungen sammeln können, auch gerade für die ganzen Frauen im Team eine riesen Inspiration. Checkt auf jeden Fall auch mal ihr Instagram aus, das ist auch auf jeden Fall wild so. Ich finde, sie hat ein extrem nices Instagram-Profil. Das heißt, checkt sie da auch auf jeden Fall auf. Und dann würde ich sagen, switche ich ab jetzt auch wirklich mal zu Englisch. Deswegen, Katie, thank you so much for your time. You're a very big inspiration for me, and I think for the whole team. So, and yes, I think all girls are fired up, and also the boys, I hope. And yes, this is the first time that we have a chairwoman on a German team call. So we are extremely excited for you. And yes, I appreciate your time so much. And I think the whole team also does. So I will unmute you and I will say, you can speak. Yes. You can speak, and I would say, let's go.
Awesome, guys. Can you guys hear me? Drop some 7s in the chat box if you guys can hear me. I really hope that you guys can also understand me. I was talking to Sophie, and I was asking her if I was gonna get a translator. I was not sure. I was like, I really hope they're able to understand me. So, guys, I'm super excited to be here. Today has been a crazy day. So I am actually taking my training. It's actually a training I did a long time ago. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. It's not really loading. Oof, what is happening? Sorry, guys. My computer is acting weird. Okay, this is a training I did a long time ago for another team. I think it was for France. And I was like, you know what? I was looking through all my trainings and I said, and I even asked before, I said, what should I talk about today? And she told me to tell you guys a little bit about my story, a little bit about where I came from. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if it's okay with you guys, let me know. But I want to go on Instagram Live on my phone. Are you guys okay with that? If I do the training on Instagram Live and you guys could say hi to all my friends. So I'm going to go ahead and do this really quickly. I'm going to get us on Instagram Live. And I want you guys to go ahead and just drop what city you're coming from. I know not all of you guys are from Germany, but I want to know what city, what state. Guys, I actually lived in Germany, funny enough, for 3 years when I was a little girl. I lived there for 3 years. I lived in Frankfurt for a little bit. Okay, awesome. Wow, we have 150 people on the call. For the next 15 seconds while I get this live on, I want you guys to text your team, text your mentor, your upline, your downline, your team, and make sure they are getting on today's call, guys. The title for today is going to be called Release the Fire of Hunger. Okay, release the fire of hunger. So for the next 10 seconds, while I get this live moving, I want you guys to go ahead, text your team, tell them to get on this call, and we're going to get started in just a second. Let me just get this live on. Germany training. Okay. All right, family, we are live. Awesome. Okay, you guys should be able to see me. Okay, great. All right, guys, we are live on Instagram. Guys, we are here with the Germany squad. Super excited, guys, to be here. So let me just go ahead, introduce myself, my story, so you guys know who I am. Most people just know, oh, it's Jason Brown's wife. Yes, I am, but I'm more than just that. So I want to talk to you guys about my story, where I come from, where my roots lie, and really where you can go ahead and take this opportunity if you take this thing seriously, right? If your hunger, if your starvation for success and for growth is there. So guys, I'm 25 years old. I got started inside of this industry about 6 years ago, on and off. And then about 3 years ago, I really decided to take this thing seriously, right? Have you guys ever made a decision and then you made a decision to go all in and then you realize, wow, I could have done that way earlier and I thought I was all in, but then you go even harder and you're like, this is all in. So that's kind of what I decided to do, guys. 3 years ago, I said, I want to go all in. So I went all in with this opportunity. And guys, at the time I was working 60, 70 hours a week as an executive assistant at a medical university. I worked with over 65 doctors. I worked with deans and just a lot of very, very, very stressful environment, but with a lot of high quality individuals. And they all depended on me. So I was kind of used to leading individuals that were already experts in their field. But at the same time, I wasn't happy with where I was at, right? How many of you guys know that, yes, it's important to have gratitude to where you're currently at, but to also press on to reach higher limits, right? Or higher areas for your future, right? So I knew that I was happy. I was happy with the money that I was making. I was happy, working at my job, but it wasn't fulfilling me, one. And two, I didn't have freedom, right? So I was like, you know what? I need to go out there and I really need to put myself in a position to win. I need to pursue something that's going to help impact other people because I had a passion for pouring into people. How many of you guys have a passion for helping other people? A lot of people are inside of this industry for money or for growth, right? Or for titles and this and that. But when you come into this for the people, that's when you really start to win, right? When you come into this knowing that you have to serve, right? When you come into this knowing that before you become a great leader, you need to become the best servant ever, then that's when this thing is seriously going to start blessing you in such incredible ways. So guys, my business partner and I really launched this thing about 2.5 years ago. And then now we hit 6 figures in the business, going 7 figures by next summer. And we're just so excited. We're excited for the blessings. We're excited for the growth of our organization, now being Chairman 10s and creating multiple Chairman 10s, right? We have about 10 Platinum 2000s going P5 and soon to be Chairman. So we're super blessed, super grateful. Thanks to God. And just super grateful to be here with all of you guys. But to be honest, life wasn't always that easy. How many of you guys know that in order to go up, you need to give up, right? There's certain things that you need to give up in order to grow inside of this industry, right? Maybe you've had to give up family time. Maybe you've had to give up a job. Maybe you've had to sacrifice maybe going out and hanging out with your friends. Maybe you've had to sacrifice not being in a relationship for a certain season so that you can take your business to the next level, right? Even before I met Jason, I fell in love with IM. Even before I met Jason, I already had the drive and I had the passion for helping other people, right? And if it wasn't for this opportunity, yeah, we would have never met, right? We would have never gotten married. But what I saw about IM Mastery Academy that was so different than anything else is the heart of our CEO, Christopher Terry, of how he truly has a heart for people. And that duplicates, right? Seeing the way that he moves, seeing the way that he operates, seeing the way that he speaks, seeing what he does and the sacrifices that he does both on the field and behind the scenes for this company is absolutely crazy, right? So we serve and we have an incredible servant leader that is literally leading us, our CEO, right? And then all of our top leaders in the industry, right? Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, Ivan Tapia, David Imonitie, Bryce Thompson, right? All the Chairman 750s, Chairman Leads, Alex Morton, right? Really leading us into an area of success. So what I want to talk to you guys about is really for those of you who have maybe been in the business for a long time, or maybe those of you who just got started, this message is going to be for you, right? What I want to do is I want to make you more hungry for this opportunity than you were the day before. I want to make sure that your hunger for this opportunity is so intense and is so wide that you have nowhere else to really place yourself but inside of this business and running it up at 150%. So today's title is Release the Fire of Hunger. I want you guys to write this down. Okay. I didn't just come here to raise your belief level. Okay. On this call, I'm not just going to raise your belief level. I'm going to completely change your atmosphere. I'm going to change your frequency, right? Because I feel like if we are operating at a frequency that is down here, we're only going to see results that are right here. But if we operate at a frequency that's way up here, then we're going to go ahead and see, and not just see those results, but experience those results in our lives, right? I want you guys to take note of this. This is not going to be a super hype training, a super this, a super that. These words are going to pierce your heart, and it's really going to take you guys to the next level of who you are. And I'm not just talking about IM. I'm talking about your life as a whole, right? For anybody who is inside of my organization with mine or working with Elaine and I, right? Or anybody who is looking for a life change, I always tell them, I said, listen, you join this business. You're not just joining this business for money. You're joining this business to become the best version of yourself, right? Drop a number 2 if you guys are excited to become the best version of yourself, right? If you want to experience the next level of who you are, right? I want you guys to literally shake hands with that future person that you're going to be meeting that is going to be the best version of yourself. Because this is what happened, guys. A lot of times we admire a lot of incredible leaders in the world and we say, I want to be just like them. I don't want none of you guys to be just like me. I want you guys to find characteristics and things and qualities in me that you like, but I want you to become the best version of yourself. You know why? Because there's only one of you in this world. Everybody has a thumbprint. Nobody else has this print on their finger but you. So the best person that you can be is you, but you need to bring out the fullest potential in who you are, right? And I've been able to do that with my relationship with God. When I didn't have the answers to certain questions, when I felt lost in life, when I felt like I didn't have any purpose, right? I went to the person who is purpose, and I went to the person who had the answers, right? So maybe some of you guys came into I Am because maybe you didn't feel fulfilled. Maybe you didn't feel like you had purpose. Maybe you didn't feel like you were impacting or serving the world. Well, guys, we have now been blessed with a vehicle that can take us there, but we need to take this thing seriously, guys. We need to take this thing and we need to grab it and we need to take hold of it with everything that we have. And we need to know that this is just the beginning, that we're just scratching the surface of where it is that we are going, right? I want you guys to write this down. What are you hungry for? Right? When you think of you being hungry, right? Actually, right now I'm pretty hungry. Actually, I have a little smoothie with me, right? But if you think of yourself being hungry about something, or you're stepping into a restaurant and you haven't eaten all day, or maybe you're breaking a fast, man, you want the steak, you want this, you want that, you want the best meal, right? When you're hungry, you just want the best quality meal. Some of you guys are hungry and you're feeding yourselves McDonald's. Right? I don't know if you guys know what McDonald's is in Germany, but in the US, it's fast food, right? You're feeding yourself like little, like cheap food. When you can be feeding yourself steak, when you can be feeding yourself a high quality meal, but because you're not fully feeding yourself the right things, you are left either hungry, malnutrition, right? You're not feeding yourself the best things, right? You're not feeding your health the best, right? If you guys know health and wealth go completely aligned, right? I'm super, my husband and I, we're trying to be like super healthy eating and really just being the best version of ourselves, because you can have everything in the world, but if you, inside you're dying and you're not healthy and you're not pouring into yourself and you don't have a full cup, then you might as well not have it at all, right? Because you're not living a life being worth fulfilled. So I want to know what you guys are hungry for, right? And I want you guys to write this down. Are you hungry for a certain level of success? Are you hungry for maybe setting your parents free? Are you hungry for retiring, your parents and helping your family and impacting your generations to come? What are you hungry for? And I want you guys to write that down. And every single day when you wake up in the morning, I want you guys to ask yourselves, what am I feeding myself today? Right? Because every day that I look inside of the mirror, I tell myself, Katie, you're a better person than you were the day before. And it's not because of my works. I have a really close relationship with God, and I know that if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be in the position that I am today. So how can I grow to continue to be the person that he's called me to be? How can I grow to continue to be the best version of myself? How can I grow to become better? What do I need to fix? What do I need to improve? What do I need to study? Who do I need to pour into that needs me right now? Right? Number 2, do you have the faith to keep your hunger alive? Right? This happens very often. People join a business, they get excited, I want to be an entrepreneur, and then they realize, oh, it takes work. Oh, I have to study. Oh man, I got to do personal development. Oh man, I need to serve people. Listen, guys, no one ever said it was going to be easy. But I'm here to tell you it will be worth it. And we need to understand that we need to have the faith to keep our hunger alive. We have to keep the hunger alive. My hunger is more now than it was the day I first got started. And I was broke when I got started, right? I'm not broke anymore, but I'm not going to talk about my success. But when I first got started, I was broke and I was starving for this opportunity. And to this day, I'm more hungry. I'm more starving than I was the day I got started. And the reason why is because now I have over 800 people counting on me to make their dreams come true, right? I have over 800 people counting on Elaine, right? And what we do on a daily basis to set them financially free, to get out of their jobs, to help their families. That's what fires me up. In the beginning, you joined this business for you, to help your situation. But once you're taken care of, it's not about you anymore, my friends. It's about the people around you. I don't continue to run this business because I want more success. I continue to run this business because I want to help bring more success to more people. Drop a number 7 if you guys are with me, right? Drop a number 7 if you guys agree that we are in the business for people, not for ourselves. We are in the business to helping pour back. I want to know that the day that I leave, they always say there's 2 days in the lifetime that you die. The day you actually stop breathing and the day they stop saying your name, right? And I want that the day that I die, people say, wow, that person helped change my life and impacted my generation to come. God used that woman to help me change my family's life, right? And now their generations are going to be changed forever. Money, honestly, guys, is an object. It's just an object. Make footprints in this world. Your impact on people will go far more of a distance, right? It will go far greater than you making a certain amount of money in life. Don't make your focus on the dollar sign. Make your focus the heart for people. Okay? Number 3, where does your strength come from? Right? Where does your faith come from? Right? Guys, we need to learn how to see with our vision, not with our sight. But where does that faith come from? If you guys got started in this business, you didn't get started as a chairman, right? You didn't get started as a 6 or 7 figure, 8 figure earner. You got started as somebody who needs to get there. So that means you had to have faith in order to start. And then you needed to have vision in order to know where it was that you were going. But if you don't have faith, then you don't have vision, then you don't have direction, then you don't have purpose. You understand where I'm getting to, guys? We need to have the faith. We need to have the drive. We need to have the vision, right? So my question to you is, where does your strength come from? Where does your faith come from? Right? And I respect you guys, whatever you guys believe in. I completely respect that because I don't know you guys personally. My faith comes from God. I know that when I was at my lowest and I felt like I had nothing left, I felt like I was drowning up to here because I had no money. I barely had money to eat. Guys, there was one day where Elaine and I went to Wendy's. My car was about to get repoed and we paid for food with the coins inside of my cup holder in my car. Pennies and everything, not just quarters. There was quarters, we were lucky, right? But there were some pennies in there, little 5 cents. Paid for our 4 for 4. They have this, there's a Wendy's, a little fast food place here in the US, and they have this deal where it's called 4 for 4. You get 4 things for $4, right? 4, a sandwich, chicken nuggets, fries, and a Coke, right? And we bought one to share, the both of us, when we started IM. And we said, you know what? One day, because we had crazy faith that one day we knew it was all going to change. You have to have that crazy type of faith, guys. You have to have that crazy type of vision to know that your dream will become a reality, to know that your present is not your future, to know that your past does not determine where it is that you are going, right? And you guys need to know this. It's not something that you doubt, right? It's not something that you think, it's something that you know. So I want you guys to start writing the things that you know will happen. I know I'm going to clear 6 figures this year trading. I know I'm going to hit Chairman 100. I know, and you guys got to keep saying that. and keep on said, listen, I'm not looking to waste your time and I'm not looking to waste my time. Because they were like, yeah, I think I want to try this. Think and try, those are two words that are not inside of my dictionary. You're either serious and you're going all in, or you're not, and save your $235 to get started. It's okay. I'm not looking to work with anybody. I'm looking to work with people who are hungry, who are starving. We need to give the solution to a problem that people have. And even if they don't see a problem, you make them see it. And you say, listen, this is your situation. Do you have free time to spend with your family? Can you go on vacation whenever you want? Can you live a life without limitations? The answer is always going to be no. That's a problem. I have the solution. Right? And I wrote this down, and I want to read this to you guys. But where does your strength come from? My strength comes from God, the maker of heavens, earth, and the mountains. Without him, I am nothing. And because I know that and declare it publicly, he gives me God-given strength to do what I'm doing right now and what I do every day. Right? I declare it publicly because I know that it's not by my strength. I know that the faith didn't come from me. My faith came from God because I knew, I said, if he said it, if he put me here 100%, it's happening. I don't know how, I don't know where. I might live out on the street for a little bit. I might not be able to pay my bills. My car might be repoed, but I know it's happening. It wasn't a thought. There was no ounce of doubt. It was certainty, knowing that it will happen. Right? Number 4, I want you guys to check your heart. Right? And this is something that a lot of leaders forget to do. This is something you got to do, and it's between you. It's your alone time with you and God or whoever it is that you believe in. And you got to check your heart. I do it all the time to make sure my heart is in the right place. And I'm not perfect, but I'm telling you guys, when the money starts coming in, your heart can change. Right? Oh, well, maybe I don't have to get on calls, and maybe I don't have to work as hard anymore because I'm in a good place. I'm making money. Maybe I don't have to do a call for a team in Germany that has nothing to do with my success, but everything to do with their success. Maybe I don't have to do that because I'm making money. Right? People's hearts start to change. We need to make sure that our hearts stay the same no matter what. And you guys know, Jason Brown, Chairman 750, still works harder than anybody I know, and I live with him. Right? My office is here. His office is literally right next door to me. And he works harder than anybody. And the amount of money he makes, guys, he can literally live, me and him can live on an island together for the rest of our lives and not talk to a single person. But how much purpose will that bring to the world? Nothing. We understand that there's people that are counting on us. We understand that there's people that need to hear the words that come out of our mouth, right? Or the words that God has put in place for us to share. So I want to make sure that you guys, that your heart is in the right place, that your heart is for the people, because a title of leadership is the lowest level of leadership. Having a heart for people is the highest level of leadership. I'm going to say that one more time. A title is the lowest level of leadership. Having a heart for people is the highest level of leadership. You're going to see a lot of people with a lot of power in this world as a whole. You're going to see a lot of people who have these crazy titles that you highly respect and you highly honor and this and that and the other. But if they don't have a heart for people, they're not a leader. So make sure, guys, that you're always checking your heart. And if there's a void, even if it's small, even if you feel like there's a void, right? A void is like you feel like there's a hole, like there's something that's missing, right? Don't allow, right? And this is like super like off topic. but don't allow anybody to fill that void. You need to be very careful, right? I've seen people take this business serious. They get into a relationship, they have that relationship fill their void, and they leave and they quit on their dreams, right? I've seen people have the wrong people fill their void. First of all, you need to listen to the people who have the results that you want. For me, when I had a void in my heart and I felt like I had a hole and I was like, I feel like I'm in pieces right now. I feel broken. I need to be whole again. I went to God because I know God knew all the answers. And I was like, you know what? You're going to fill my void. You're going to give me the wisdom. You're going to give me the strength. You're going to give me the faith. You're going to give me the peace. You're going to give me everything that I need to be the best version of myself for the people that I lead on a daily basis, right? And then number 5, if you want to operate at a higher frequency, sit in the passenger seat and allow God to be the driver. Straight up. If you want to operate at a higher frequency that people are like, what is up with this guy? What is up with this girl? That when they speak, there is something that is so crazy that happens. There's a feeling of breakthrough. There's this, there's that. I've had people tell me the craziest things after I speak, and I know that it's not me because I've decided to move from the driver's seat to the passenger seat. I allow God to drive my vehicle. I allow him to drive my vehicle, as crazy as this sounds. And he equips me for the craziest of things, right? If you guys want to operate at a crazy level of frequency, something that you can't even explain, that when you get off a stage, you don't even remember what you said. That when you finish a mastermind call or a training, you don't remember half of what you said because you have another driver in the seat that is way more powerful than you, right? And now you're operating at a frequency that is 10 times faster, right? Because God will take you 10 times faster to any destination that you wish to go to. Maybe not in the physical, but I know inside, he's building me up to Chairman 750. I know inside, God is building my leaders to Chairman 100s, Chairman 250s inside. And it's only a matter of time before it comes out into the physical realm, right? And I want to share this verse with you guys that I literally live by day. And it's 1 Corinthians 2:9. It says, in this world, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind can imagine what God has prepared for those who love him. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind can imagine what God has prepared for those who love him. Guys, I would not be in the position that I am today. I would have never even imagined I would be sitting in this chair talking to almost 200 people in another country, right? That I don't even know you guys personally. But what I do know is that you all have a huge purpose in your life. That you think you know where you're going. You're saying, I know exactly where I'm going. And I know we were talking about that earlier. But God has something so much better for you. Right? But you got to have that hunger. You got to have that faith. You got to have that vision. Right? And people talk about manifestation and meditation. And that's great, guys. That's great. Personally, I don't manifest and I don't meditate. I pray, right? And you know, God, you know, speaks and shows me things of what's going to happen. And I believe that he can do that. If he can do it for me, he can do it for you, right? But you got to put yourself in the right place. You got to put yourself in the right position. And you got to know that if you want access to that higher power, if you want access to that higher frequency, you're going to have to let it move in your life. I kid you not, guys. If you guys would have met me 5 years ago, you guys would have been like, who's this girl? High school, I was the shyest person. I had like 5 friends in high school. I was very timid. I didn't want to talk to anybody. But God has gifted me with things. God has gifted you with things. God has gifted us all, right? And you guys have literally a promise, and you guys have a purpose for your life that goes far beyond I am. But if you guys put people, and you just say every day, you just tell yourself, I'm here to serve people. Literally every day, I just tell myself, Katie, you're just here to serve people. On Monday, I had a crazy day, an insane day. It was probably one of the hardest days in IM that I've ever had, right? In my entire IM career, whatever you guys want to call it. It was one of the hardest days. Not only did I have like 15 back-to-back calls, but every single call, there was a problem. And I remember, and I went to Jason, and I almost cried because every call I got on, people were venting to me, and they were like, this is going wrong, and what's going, and I'm like, where did this come from? Like, why is it all on one day? It came out of nowhere, right? And I'm used to coming up with solutions and helping my team if they have problems, but out of nowhere, everything bad happened all in one day. And by the end of the night, I felt all the weight of all the problems and everything. And I came up with all the solutions. So that was good. I came up with all the solutions. Everybody was taken care of by the end of the night. But for some reason, I felt like I was carrying the weight of everybody's problems that day. And I remember I went to Jason, and I was like, because he saw me snap, and I never snap. He came outside of his office, and he said a joke to me, and I was like, and he saw me super serious. He's like, what's wrong with you? He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, it's not a good day today. And I went to him at the end of the night, and I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm carrying all the weight and negativity of everybody. And I know they're happy right now, but for some reason, I can't lift this weight off. And you know what I did? I literally took 10 minutes. I listened to some worship music. I prayed, and I said, God, take this weight off of me. My team is taken care of. Everything is taken care of. Help give me peace and change my mood. Boom. I was good to go. Right? We need to understand, guys, we're not doing this alone. Don't feel like you have to carry the weight of your team all by yourself. That's why we call this a family. IM is a family, right? And you guys have leaders and mentors all around you who are willing to pour into you. Right? When Sophie had reached out to me to do this call, I said, of course. I don't have any active members in Germany, but you guys are my family. Because you guys are all running for the same exact thing. So I hope you guys take the time to really put yourself in a position to release that fire of hunger. Again, if you need a new spark and you're like, man, I'm not hungry enough for this opportunity. Man, I'm not starving enough for this opportunity. Look at your team. It'll make you hungry. When I wake up and I live in a penthouse and I drive a G-Wagon and I have this amazing life, I don't think about what I have. I think about what my team needs. If I think about what I have, I'm not going to work. But when I think about what my team needs, I'm going to bust my freaking butt off to make sure my team is taken care of. So the next time you wake up and you don't feel like working and you don't feel like doing calls, remember your team's why. Remember the position that they're in. Remember that they need to borrow your belief level sometimes. They need to borrow your vision, and they need to borrow your faith to get them through whatever it is that they're going through. So transfer that to them. Help them. And have a heart for people. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for having me on this call. Sophie, I appreciate you. Germany, Jason and I were already talking about as soon as COVID and all the lockdown clears, we want to head back to Europe. And I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to meet some of you guys in person. And yeah, I'm excited for what's to come, guys. Stay blessed, family. Stay faithful. I love you guys. And I'm always here for you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Katie. I have no words, so I need to clean up after this call. So the first line I told Katie when I was asked her to call at this call, I said, I'm amazed by your leadership. And after this part, I have no words for that. So thank you so much. I'm very grateful for your time, and in our group chat, everybody was, oh my God, she's so amazing. Thank you so much. So thank you. We appreciate you and hope we will see you soon in Germany. Und jetzt würde ich sagen, ich switch mal wieder zu Deutsch rüber. Deswegen wirklich markiert sie super gerne auf Instagram. Ja, ich denke mal, jeder hat mittlerweile auch ihr Instagram. Und ich würde sagen, ich in